guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do my first ever perfume video, and I love perfumes, but I don't usually talk about them because that's like a serious thing. Some people take it so seriously. I'm not a professional. I might be a little bit bad at describing things, but I mean, maybe you'll like it. Let's see. I thought I would talk about my favorite fall and winter, like cold weather perfumes or fragrances, whatever. And with that said, I'm not one of those people that thinks like you can only wear certain things in certain seasons. Like, do you? Because I never follow rules. There are some things that people consider like winter time or like cold weather fragrances that I wear year round just because I'm that person. And I generally tend to gravitate towards like cold weather scents because I like warm, cozy, like delicious, gourmand perfumes and fragrances. So if you like that sort of vibe, then stay tuned. You might like what I talk about. If you're looking for like fresh, clean, citrusy, super girly, like floral perfumes, that's not my vibe, so you won't find that here. Just a warning. Again, I'm not a professional, but let's get into this. I want to talk about like my first love. So before, I didn't buy perfumes that often just because they're so expensive and I wanted to smell good, but like I was more of like a body mist kind of person. And then like the older I got more into perfumes. And I think what started my love was this guy, and this is Mac Velvet Teddy. I worked at Mac for a bit, and I worked there when these got released. So I sprayed it all the time at work, and this is just, oh, this is me like in a perfume. This smells so fucking good. Freaking sorry. If you like the smell of the candle Marshmallow Fireside, this reminds me of the Bath and Body Works Marshmallow Fireside candle in a perfume. It's like sweet vanilla, but like warm and kind of like woodsy, like spicy. It smells so good and cozy. And I said I don't follow rules, but this one just gives me flashbacks. You know how you can smell something and it triggers like memories and stuff? This to me is like winter, fall, winter. You're wearing a cozy scarf, like a sweater. Oh, it suits my background. This smells so good. So if I had to put it into like a picture, this would be like you're inside, you're in front of a fireplace, you're under like a fur, like cozy blanket. Like you can smell like the fire going. Maybe you're sipping on some hot chocolate, so you can smell like the sweetness from the hot chocolate. Maybe like a roasted marshmallow in there, so you can smell that sweetness. It smells like that. Like you can definitely smell like the fire, like smokiness, but with the sweet. It's not too smoky. It has like some sweet in there, like marshmallows, like roasted marshmallows. There's a little bit of spiciness, but it smells so good and it smells so cozy. So to me, it's like you're inside, hot chocolate, marshmallow in it, you're cozied up in front of a fireplace. You can smell like all those comforting, cozy, delicious scents. Maybe some cinnamon in the background because there's definitely like a little bit of spiciness. And on me, this pulls like sweet, but I can definitely smell like the woody spiciness, like a little bit of smokiness from like the fire. But like I said, this kind of reminds me of Marshmallow Fireside in a fragrance, which I love. This I recently just hauled. You'll see it in my Sephora haul. I will link that down below. It's called Replica by the Fireplace. So I just got this, but I've gotten samples before. I've wanted it for a really long time, and then I decided to get it. And I think what was holding me back for so long is it reminds me a lot of the Velvet Teddy. However, like I know perfumes and fragrances, they're unisex, but this one definitely pulls a little bit more feminine because you can smell the sweetness in it. Like you do smell the sweetness, the smokiness, the spices in this one, but it leans more feminine because of the sweetness. Where this one, it reminds me of it, but like an older brother. So it's definitely unisex, pulls a tiny bit more masculine in my opinion. So when a woman wears it, it's just a little bit edgy, you know. This one doesn't have as much sweetness in it. It definitely still smells like it still smells good, but it doesn't have this sweet, cozy, like edibleness that the Velvet Teddy has. This one is more like you smell like the woodiness the smokiness and a little spicy. So to me, I would say this one is like woody, smoky, spicy with like less sweet. I know there are like some sweet notes. By the way, I'm not listing like every individual note. I'm just telling you what I think it smells like. You can read the notes on your own, because like sometimes it will say things, but the way it smells, it doesn't smell like the notes. So I just think this will be more helpful maybe. So this one definitely smells like fire, woody, smoky, and like a little spicy, but in more of like a masculine way, because there's less sweetness to this. So if I had to give like a story for this one, so this one was more of like a fireplace, like indoor, like sweet fireplace, hot chocolate, girly kind of vibes. And this one is more like you're outdoors and there's like a fire going, and okay, maybe like a Christmas market. So you know how if you've ever been to a Christmas market, I live in Canada, you have like the outdoor fires going, you're sipping on some mulled wine, so you can smell like the smokiness of the fire, getting like the fresh air, like breeze here and there, and you can smell the spices of the mulled wine. So this is really what this one reminds me of, like outdoors, a little bit fresh, a little bit masculine. Not fresh, it doesn't smell like beach or fresh air. It smells like, I don't know, it reminds me of like crisp outdoor, like a smokiness, like you're camping, there's smoke going on, spiciness, a little bit masculine, but cozy, but not in like this sweet, cozy way. This one is really unique, but this one definitely pulls a little bit more like woody, smoky, tiny bit masculine on me. So it's a vibe. And this one is more something that, I don't know, I picture wearing this outside. I don't know. So that's that. I do really like it, and both of those perfumes are like, in my opinion, heavy hitters. So like 1 or 2 sprays and you're good, because they're kind of strong. You don't want to suffocate somebody. Next up, this is Elizabeth and James Nirvana Amethyst. So the packaging of this is so pretty. Also, I don't know if they're discontinuing this, because I got this, I think, on like clearance at Sephora, or like a really reduced price, and this was a blind buy for me. Oh, and this smells so freaking good. Well, it depends. This is definitely smoky. I think the notes of this one are tobacco, honey, and sandalwood. So it smells woody, a little bit smoky. You can definitely smell all of those notes, in my opinion. So you get the sweetness from the honey, you get like the woodiness from the sandalwood, and you definitely get like a little bit of smokiness too. And this smells really good. Also, all of these perfumes, the reason I consider these only like cold weather fragrances is because if you wear them in the heat, they can suffocate you. Like, you know what I mean? Like give you a headache. I made the mistake of wearing this. I got this, I think, on clearance in the summer, and it smelled so good to me, so I made the mistake of wearing it in the summer, and it gave me a headache, and I didn't really like it like on my skin, just because it was making me nauseous. But I gave it another try because I really did love the smell of it. I gave it another try recently in October, and I'm in love with it. For wintertime, like I love how this smells. Even in the summer, I liked how it smelled, but mixed with the heat or whatever, it was just choking me out. But this smells so good. This, like all of these, I guess, smell a little bit woody, smoky. With this one has the sweetness from the honey. If you don't like honey, you might not like it, because the honey is definitely a little bit strong. Oh, but I like it. So it's like sweet, but spicy and smoky. So again, this is like a little bit edgy. This is just kind of like my vibe. But in the winter time, like I said, I gravitate towards like sweet, edible, gourmand, little bit like spicy perfumes. But in the fall and winter, like cold months, I tend to gravitate towards more spicy, like, because it just reminds me of the holidays, like mulled wine or mulled apple cider, you know, that kind of thing. So yes, this is what this one smells like. Honey, so you get like the sweetness and a little bit of smokiness from the tobacco, and a woody note from the sandalwood. And the notes actually, like, I don't need to tell a story because they smell like the notes. My battery's dying, I hope it doesn't die. Last but not least, this is just an honorable mention, and this is Marc Jacobs Decadence. I love the packaging of this, some people don't. This to me is an honorable mention because I do wear this year round, but for evenings only. So it's not like super spicy and woody that I would only wear it in the wintertime or the fall, but it's strong with like a little edginess. So It definitely could be because it's stronger and a little bit dark in my opinion. This is like, oh, I don't know, this is like a boss bitch perfume. I would wear it either in the evening or like cold weather, like fall or winter, anytime. This to me smells so good. A little bit sweet, mysterious, a little bit sweet, but like kind of spicy and like bitchy. I don't know. To me, when I picture this, I would only wear this like dressed up when I'm feeling like confident, a little bit sassy, which is kind of all the time for me, but I love this. It has like a little bit of sweetness. I think there's like a plum in there or something. So like a tiny bit of like a bitter plum. There's some sweetness, maybe vanilla or something like that, with a little bit of spicy in there, but not smoky. It's not smoky at all. It just has a little bit of like pepper or something like that. This one's sassy. So I wear this year round in the evening or in the cold weather, like all the time. So yeah, this is my first perfume video. I hope you guys liked it, maybe found it a little bit helpful. If you did, be sure to give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.